Hi, welcome back to Message from Your Guides. My name is Karen Kartika, holistic healer, transformational coach, and intuitive reader. I first created this video last week, so this is only the second video, because I was creating a welcome message for my new tribe member. And truly enjoy pulling cards because this is also a practice that I do for myself. And I was like looking at calendars, hey, there's only like 52 weeks in, wait, 52 or 54 weeks in the year. I said, I could do this weekly. Why not? This is a practice that I'm going to give myself to do this year, 2024, so that I have a place where I can show up more often and speak with a lot of you who are also seekers into the consciousness, who are also spiritual seekers, who are here to want to elevate yourself into higher vibrations to bring more happiness, abundance, joy into the world, starting from yourself. So, my intentions with this reading is to also share you a practice that I do myself, pulling oracle card. This is something that in the beginning I was doing it. I was just kind of like to test my own theory of whether or not there is spirit guides. There are spirit guides. There are energies out there that can help us. And the more that I have this practice, the more that that I notice the synchronicities of the cards with what it is that I'm going through in the moment. And through the cards, I find insight, I find answers, I find clarity, I find questions, prompts that leads me to getting really curious about finding answers to whatever it is that I'm going through. So I hope as I'm sharing this that you get to also practice what I'm practicing myself, tuning into intuitions, maybe getting the validation that you need to believe that there are spirit guides, there are energies out there that wants to help you. And through this card, you might also find the synchronicities that you need. Maybe it's a validation, maybe it's an answers. I am actually, if you believe in human designs, which I, practice as well, has channels of giving answers. So maybe through this platform as well, I'm delivering the answers that you need. And of course, if you have further questions, I'm here for you. Okay. All right. Let's begin because that's what you're here for, right? Card number one. So I'm gonna show you all the three cards first in the back, on the back. So you're gonna tune in to each of the card. You can close your eyes, you can open your eyes, you can stare at the cards, whatever it is that get you in tune to the card. And notice the energy. Notice where the energy lands in your body. For me, that's also important because it will tell me um, what's going on in my energetic body. Is it my chakra system, like the heart center needs to hear something from me? Or if you're into the meridians, is it certain meridians that that somewhat buzzing that say, oh, that's actually for me. I need that card. So notice where each card lands. If you're very visuals, you might start seeing some images. If you're very audios, you might hear things. So notice all your senses. Your senses are your portals to hearing your guides, to touch, to get in touch, to be in alignment with energy. Okay. So pay attention to that. Write them down so you don't forget. If you're like me, are curious seekers and really serious about doing your personal development growth, I like to just write down everything so I know what's going on today, what the energy feels like, what are the cues, because we are running with a lot of thoughts in our mind every second. So we might sometimes miss some of those cues. So it's good to kind of like write them down so that you can reference back. All right, what else? And then, of course, once the cards are revealed, notice how your body reacting, but how your mind, how your emotions are reacting. And we'll take it from there. Okay. All right. So first card. Da 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 da. All right. I'm gonna put it here so people can see. Ooh, right there. So this is card number one. I'm gonna give it a few seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. Center yourself. Either close your eyes and trying to see the card within your mind's eyes, or you can stare at the cards with your physical eyes. Don't forget to breathe, tuning in for a few seconds. Wonderful. All right. So I'm putting down the first card. Now I'm going to pull the second card. And here you go. Second card. Breathe in, breathe out, settle in, get centered. Try to see it with your eyes closed, with your mind's eyes, or see it with your physical eyes. And again, notice how the energy lands in your body. Notice what comes into your visions, words, sounds, this feeling, temperature, maybe even. Okay, I'm putting down card number 2 and I'm bringing in card number 3. Here you go. Card number 3. Breathing in, breathing out, noticing the sensation that comes through. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. And I'm putting down card number 3. All right. Yay! Good job. Gonna give some times for you to write down whatever it is that you sense. And I think we're ready. Are we ready? Yes, we're ready. Card number 1. It's a beautiful card. Oh, gold. Oh, is this what you're sensing? Are you curious now what it means? I'm gonna pull out my notes. Where are your notes? Okay. So this card, gold, and the number is 26. 2 plus 6 is 4. 4 for some people is the card of death. That's in the Chinese belief. Do look Chinese, but I don't believe it's only death. 4 is 4 legs of a table. And what happened with 4 legs on a table? It creates balance. So with this symbols of gold, gold is also the element that's so precious, right? Everybody see gold as the highest, although it's no longer considered to be the highest metal because there's platinum and all that. But gold is one that has hold the longest value, the highest value for a long time. It's something that any industries use gold, including our money system, right? And it's everlasting. In the alchemical process, it also correlates with sun, the everlasting sun that's always shining bright, unconditional, never asks anything in return. That's the value of gold. It continues to be present no matter what. So are you striking gold in your life right now? Is there something of a value, a very, something that's everlasting, of an opportunity that can last you a long time, but it's also very rare to come by because gold, not everybody can strike gold, right? So if you're actually getting that and you're like, this is too good to be true, maybe this card is a confirmation that it is good, not just good to be true, but it is good for you. Um, this is also an indicate that you find something that is very rare and mystical essence within you. Maybe you've gone through a journey where you've been excavating a lot of your conditions from this life, the things that you know that, well, this is actually not me, but I don't know what it is, that you kind of work through them. If you're familiar with shadow work, maybe you have gone through a lot of shadow works, you have gone through a lot of healings, and finally You find your mystical essence within you. The quality of rarity, because we all are unique, right? The quality of preciousness, because in that uniqueness, you're not, nobody else is like you. And you finally find that essence within you. So there's a lot of wisdom in finding this. And this card is also reminding you, finding it means that it is already within you. It's a wisdom that will nourish your soul at any time. It is the foundations of your soul creation, and it's something worthy. You are worthy, that from this essence, you can exchange it with anything in the world, success, wealth. I hate to say it's an exchange, but in a way that in what our gifts are the things that we can share to the world. And sharing doesn't mean that means you're just gonna share without anything in return. The gifts can also be monetized. And that's what you just found here. So use it. Know that it's within you. You don't have to go dig deep and do, healings is great, but it can also bring you into a space of greed and a space of scarcity, thinking and believing that you're never going to be healed. First of all, there's nothing wrong with you. You're here not to be fixed. You're here finding and walking your purpose. You might already find this with this card. This is a reminder you found it. Now your job is walk with it. Don't be greedy about finding more golds. No. Because when you're becoming so greedy and you're becoming so obsessed into doing uh, that feeling of lack, feeding that feeling of lack, then you will miss this beautiful journey, this marvelous journey that's waiting for you to walk through right now. So that's card number one. I don't know where you are feeling this. When I was pulling this card, actually, it lists up on my solar plexus chakra. So the solar plexus is also the centers of the power. Maybe take your power back. Feel that essence within you. It's not from others. It's from within. And it's the one that will continue nourish you. So tap into that, whatever that is resonating for you right now, because that's your gift. That's what will fuel you. That's what will give you this feeling of like, yes, I can do this, and walk with it, work with it. That's your foundation. That's your wisdom. That's your gift. That is your fuel. That is your place of creation. Creation come from within, outside, not because it's being dictated from outside of you. Remember that. Oh, gold, also like the sun, it shines outside, external. Okay. Now, card number 2. Ta-da! I have something in front of me, so I can I have to put it like. I love this card because the card is called glass or speculum, spectacle, right? Glasses. Oh, right there. See how clear it is? Where, when it, with the glass, you can see everything so clearly, and outside of the glass, everything is a little blurry. And this is card number 30. So numerology 3. And so again, with this card, maybe right now, or you have been experiencing a space that looks very blurry, and the glass now give you that ability to focus on what it is that you need to see, right? Because when everything is so foggy and cloudy like that, you can't see your path. You might not even be able to see the problem. So you have no clarity of what's really going on. So now there's this lens, this glass that gives you the perspective to see what it is on the horizon that you need to focus yourself toward, the path toward that, and maybe some challenges that you will have to go through, right? And allow everything else that is not important for you to focus on be on the peripheral. That is, it's not something that you need to pay attention on. And maybe once this is set, the glass could go bigger, or you might want to see it to the right, to the left, whatever that right next step is. But in the moment, there's this glass, this focusing of what's in front of you or what's here. Okay, so this could be an arrival of some clarity, an arrival of a new mindset that you can use to now see what's ahead, what's needed to be focused on, the goals, what the path will look like, and the possible surroundings, environments, obstacles, or the good thing or the bad things, or whatever it is that are on your way. Perspective is what create reality. Perspective is what you see the world or reality with. So when you have the right perspective, then you can start seeing the reality that you need, that you are in, that you can work with. Now, be very careful of this perspective or mindset. Are you picking up your perspective that is clear with clarity? Or is the lens has anything that is broken or cracked? So you have a broken perspective. That means everything that you see, you're going to see the crack, right? You're still going to see things unclear. Or your own perspectives, does it need some clearing? Because we know that like glasses like this, I have to clean it often because I have my fingers printed on it, oil or splatters from water and things like that. So it can also add into things not become clear. So very wary of what kind of lens or perspective that you put on. Could also be somebody else's lenses. Hence, again, the glasses. I have prescription on this, so not prescription, but measurements because I need this for reading. But if I'm using somebody else's that has a different prescription, I won't be able to see. Things are going to get blurry as well. And when perspective, when you're using other people's perspective and make that as into your reality, that means you are creating based on that perspective, a broken, unclear, or somebody else's perspective. Or perspective can also be beliefs, right? The way that you're thinking, the way that you think, believing is what create your reality. So be very careful on what you picked. And this could also be an invitation for you to start finding your own glass. Make sure that's the highest quality that you want to create the reality that you want. And make sure that is maintained, no cracks, no fingerprints, and working through this lens to see what is your truth, what needs to be your goal, what needs to be your path, what needs to be on your path, or what is in your path, that now it gets clear. Because when it is not clear, like I said, probably you're not even clear what the problem is. So this is an arrival of a new lens, of a new mindset, on a new perspective, or maybe even a belief that will bring you to the highest level of what clarity that you need in this moment. So if you've been in this journey, you probably know that we often have to change our perspective to go up into the to the highest level of being. That could be your invitation today. If you're just starting this journey, find a mentor, find somebody who can help you see whether or not your glass or your lens or the one that is needed for you to see with the real truth who you are, your goal, and your purpose. Okay. All right. So that is, let me see what else that I have put a note here. Okay. When I was pulling this card, my throat center was buzzing. Throat center is self-expression, manifestation. When you think, believe, and you say the words or you express it, things are manifesting. Your realities are manifesting. So I feel like be very aware of what you're expressing, because when you express using the broken perspective, when you're expressing using somebody else's perspective, then you are creating a reality that is broken and based on other people's opinion. So this is a great reminder card for you to pay attention to what you think, what you believe, and what you express to manifest the life that you want. Okay? All right. And this is card number 3. I love this. And this is actually a surprise card. I know I'm like, what am I looking at, Karen? So let's just, this is the Androgyne. I can't say the Latin name. But what's interesting about this card is actually has a surprise card. Ta-da! It's the oil of vitriol, or you just see the tiger eating the sun or the gold. All right, let me share you. This is a pretty significant cards in the alchemical process, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's begin with not tiger, it's lion. Excuse me. So it's a green tiger eating the sun or the gold. This is the card of a higher level of achievement in the labs where things are starting to mold together in a way that it is with the energy of the divine masculine and the energy of the divine feminine balance in a union. And to get here, you probably have felt it in your journey. There's a lot of contradictions within you. You might feel like in your life up to today, you have to hold to certain stance, whether it's very masculine or very feminine. So one day you feel like you have to be super assertive, and then you're like, but then I like to just relax and be in a flow. And other time you have to be very strong and take a leadership role. Well, in fact, in other times you just feel like I just want to be the queen being provided and whatnot. Know that in the law, the universe law, the law of universe, in each one of us, we all have the energy of the divine masculine and feminine, no matter regardless your gender in this physical realm. We have the divine masculine and feminine within us. And the key of being in this journey of life is to be able to have a harmonious way of using the two, because that's what actually creates success. Okay. And we do live in the world where to be able to make sense of who we are, we create labels, we create names, we create genders, we create so many things. While in fact, within us, there's the soul or spirit within us is fluid. We do need to sometimes be more masculine and sometimes be more feminine, but we always go in, not in and out, but we flow fluidly with the two. So this is a card to say that you have probably achieved that in your life, where you no longer have to identify yourself being one or the other, but allowing the fluidity to run within you. And this is good. This goes beyond just the divine masculine and divine feminine. This is allowing all aspect of your life. Like there's a lot of like colors here, like the rainbow colors, right? The design itself, the sun and then the moon, the flowers and the cranes and so on and so forth. And this also signify a reckoning, the unfolding of your soul, expansion. So this is you finding yourself in the place, allowing your complexities, your multidimensionality, your infinite spectrum to just be present to you and be recognized for what they are, and not trying to judge it for right or wrong, good or bad, strange or not strange, or this is what putting me into a box of being the weirdos. No, this is you accepting you fully and being able to transcend in that level where every creation's possible. Because in the creation process, there's really no black and white colors and all that. It's just purely essence, nothingness. This could also be card to remind you that this is a beginning again. You've reached a level of seeing everything, feeling everything, knowing everything, and believing everything that you have, that you know. And now you are embodying every single part of you being a creator, an artist of life. And when you are realizing that, it feels like a state of completion of like, oh, yes, I know this. But at every completions, every alchemist know that is also a new beginning. So enjoy the state of entering a state of nothingness, that you get to begin again, that you can allow yourself to see this beautiful canvas in front of you, that you can put everything now that you are aware that you have everything that you need in this moment, that everything that you have is actually what gives you the freedom to be who you are as a painter, as an artist, as a creator, to now create something that you might not even know what you're creating. And that's exciting about it. Allow that nothingness to be in and allow that seeds of nothing become the in that place of nothingness, allow the seeds of creations to just kind of like drop that first paint that becomes and blooming into something that you may not know exactly what it is, but it's exciting. This is an exciting time of unfolding. Now, this card, it was kind of like attached in the back, so it works as a warning. The ego must take, well, the sun can also, can also indicates ego, the self, right? There's really nothing wrong with ego. We all have we all have that center because we are all the sun in our own world. We are the sun in our own world. Everything is, you know, somewhat kind of feel like circling around us, although it's not, it's just within you, right? Don't use it as if like, oh, other people will then have to circle. No, 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 no. This is you as the center of your own universe, the where you can use the center to then create what you wanted, that what, you know, whatever it is that you want to create. Now, you might feel like things are not working out for you, or things are kind of like going after you. And let me just read something here. That there is like the green lion appears as a frustrations, as an imbalance. This could also be something that you have just recently walked through. Like things seems to be kind of like frustrating. Nothing is like me against the world, or people are trying to take me down, or nobody is helping me or supporting me. At the same time, your ego could also be the one who's trying to attack the lion, right? I mean, you can you can always look at the card and see like how image as it's, you know, whatever way that you look at it, it could be the lion's trying to attack, or the sun, or the gold, or, you know, your ego, you're trying to attack or pick a fight with something outside of you. So this is a reminder, it's neither. See where you are in this equation. Are you the one who's the attacker, or are you the one who's the victim, or vice versa? Because at the end of the day, the completions of the bliss or the nothingness of the abyss, the harmony, the balance of um, all the things that within you. This could also be a symbol of there's no longer the past you. There's no longer that thing that you're trying to hold on to be who you are, your ego, that feels like so attack or the attacker, that it's no longer true. That is what here, present right now through this card, is what you need to recognize. That there is no this, but this. There is no frustration. There's no, oh, I have to be this way. Remember, this is like a very fluid, a very um um like no form, like it's an embodiment. This is something that's infinite. There is no form, or like if there's a form, it's like that unconditional form, that there's no fighting to fight for what you believe to be true. Come to this, allow the state of knowing that it is everything and anything that you ever believe and think of could possibly happen, and allowing all those very I think I begin this to shows that there's a lot of contradictions that's happening within you prior to you arriving at this place. Allow that contradictions to now be just a contradictions. Arrive in this place knowing that even though, yeah, things could feel like, what am I? I could be this and that. I could feel like I'm a good person, a bad, person. I could be this judgy and not. It's like, allow all this aspect to just be there. There's really no light or dark unless you choose to give it a color, right? Um, and this is a place where you have found yourself, allowing yourself to be present to, hey, I could be all of this in this one beautiful form, and I can create from this. A lot of many artists um, come from this place of knowing that they can play so many roles in the world. They could be having all the emotions. They can embody so many skills and strength and beauty. They can be sometimes very evil. And being able to play with all this energy is what makes life so rich. And not being, not giving labels with the strong emotions of, well, in order for me to be this light worker, I have to be this. But allowing that even in the shadows, that's also gifts. That those shadows are the one that you can use to create some things that is giving other people an inspiration, maybe perspective to see their world in a different way. So I know it's not an easy idea to grasp this card. It took me a while to write down what I wanted to say today. It's like, oh, this is going to be a challenge. So if you have any more questions about that, please send me an email or leave me a comment down below. Would love to explore it even more. But for now, thank you so much for listening. I hope you get some insights. Again, write them down. Oh, yes, I forgot. With the third card, I'm feeling it in sacral. So sacral is about creation. It's sacral about passion. So I feel like could be like an invitation for you to reconnect with that passions, reconnect with that beginning again. It's like nothing that's like, oh my God, I've just experienced all this, maybe the ego confrontations, contradictions, and I think I'm just gonna like recognize them all. It's like, okay, these are all mine. These are all the complexities that I have, and I'm proud of it. I'm going to bring this into what I'm creating next. And you can tell like the energy is becoming like that energy of the sacral that wants to kind of like getting deep into all the colors, all the possibilities, all the forms, all the juiciness of life, especially if you're generators or manifesting generator, really feel that in your body when things are buzzing again. If your other energy types, they don't have the sacral center, maybe get into group or connect with people who do have like a very healthy sacral energies and feel that passions that to fuel you again, to grab on that amazing level of fluidity, being able to move through all the different aspects, different dimension, different skills, different strengths, talents that you have, and create something amazing with them. All right. That's it. I hope you got what you need to hear today. Thank you so much. Love to hear your comments and feedbacks on this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.